Previously on Cal Poly Survivor.
So excited I found the idol. Nice little necklace for me. And
this is what I found.
Lost the challenge and it was kind of my fault. And that cost us to go to tribal council because it was 3-3 tie.
Okay, I've talked to Jane a little bit more than Lila.
Yeah.
So
No, very true, very true.
the way that he was interacting with me is similar to how he interacted with Josh, and we all kind of saw how that went.
I really have two decisions on my mind. I can either go with Michelle and vote off Lila, or I can go with whatever Pierce decides because I'm about to talk to her. We can either vote out Michelle or vote out Lila.
I'm working with you right now, and Lila and Jane are really close, so I'd like to split them up. We both think that I'm voting with them again.
This time I'm way less sure going into it, also feel more guilty. Just because Michelle is so nice.
Tonight we will be saying bye-bye to Lila.
Second player voted out as Cal Poly Survivor, Michelle. Sorry, Michelle.
Every Survivor fan knows that there's one thing that can keep you protected no matter what. And that, of course, is the hidden immunity idol. That is the reason why I targeted Joshua. That's the reason I got my tribe to flip against him.
The first player voted out of Cal Poly Survivor, Joshua.
Because I need that idol. I need to find it. I was 5 freaking minutes away from finding the last one. I can't let this one slip through my fingers. It's time to go in action and find that thing. 2 twin trees. Have you seen the Cal Poly campus?
Okay, it's right after tribal. Lila, Pierce, and I headed over to try and look for the idol again because the idol was not played. We are kind of skeptical if maybe Ben has it, but I honestly think we would know if either Ben or Hugh had it. So we're here again by these stupid trees and we're looking for it.
It's my first time here, I'm excited.
Okay, yeah, Pierce is gonna find out on the first
God. We'll see what happens.
We went for an idol look today and we couldn't find it. And no one knows where the idol is. And guess what I found? This lovely little necklace that was right by the palm trees in the center of the center island under a rock. It was so close, and you could see the tree statue or the horse statue at the UU. And this lovely idol is going to get me very far in the game.
Okay, so it's Tuesday night and I am submitting my answers for the immunity challenge. My answers are, for the month, I'm saying October. For the sport at Cal Poly, I'm saying intramural kickball. For the national holiday, I'm saying Independence Day in Cape Verde on July 5th. For the state, I'm saying Vermont. For the American fast food chain, I'm saying Miss Fields Cookies. For the cheese, I'm saying Mahone cheese. For the shoe brand, I'm saying Tom's. For the type of car, I'm saying a Chevrolet truck. For the letter of the alphabet, I'm saying K. For the president since 1900, I'm saying Sukarno, the Indonesian president of 1965. Was not specified if it had to be an American president. And Disney shows during 2010, I'm saying Pair of Kings. For Survivor winners, I'm saying Wendell Holland from season 36. The local slow restaurant, I'm saying Charlie's Place. The fruit, I'm saying longan. And the topping at Cal Poly Subway, I'm saying olive oil. And I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna get a lot of these because they're very random. So how many points I'll get is, I think, 11, hopefully. Just one individual immunity. Coming to get my necklace.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay. Just one immunity. Jane got second with Hugh. And that's lit. Hey, Josh. Here comes Josh.
You great.
Yeah, I'm just filming a quick confessional. It's my necklace.
We're pretty sure we're gonna vote Jane, so we know that that's out of the way for discussion.
Feeling really good. Last night and this morning, Lila and Jane reached out to me and they wanted me to vote Ben. Now, why in the flying fudge would I ever vote out one of my closest allies in the game and keep a pair like them in the game? It's not gonna happen. So, I had to lie to them, unfortunately. And Jane, you will be the first member of the jury. Sorry.
It's exactly how I thought it would be. We have Jane and Lila, and we have Hugh and Ben. And I have to make a decision that is going to be good for my game, no matter how much I feel like I like these players. And I like all of them, so it's actually really tough. I said this last time, but I didn't realize that voting people out would make me feel so bad.
Yo.
Hey, girl. I'm literally in my car on my computer.
So, pretty much, I was wondering, like, what Hugh and Ben said to you.
Yeah. I talked to them yesterday, and basically they were saying that, like, we sat down and they were like, our decision's kind of been made already because Lila won. So basically they were like, we're just gonna vote Jane. But they're like super nervous that you have the idol.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, they're like, there's nothing we can do if she has the idol and like plays it for Jane. So we're like, they just want to take a risk and be like, we're just gonna vote it, in worst case, like, they're safe and whoever you guys vote for goes home. Like, that's their mentality, is like, we're just gonna take the risk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm 100% voting Ben. I know they're voting Jane though.
Yeah. I've always like felt good with Hugh, but I also know that he is playing this game too. So it's like,
yeah, and he lied to Michelle, like, to her face.
yeah,
so
which is like a tough thing to do. Like I don't, like, texting's one thing, calling's one thing. In person, like sitting down, like face to face, that's tough.
Like, I hope Hugh is down, but also
I know.
we don't need him.
I
So,
know.
like, it's not that big a deal.
I can't do this. Holy shit, I can't do this because I think I'm voting for Jane. And all of that was just out of my butt. Oh, I don't think I can do this. I hate this game. Oh, she makes good points too. Like, she makes good points about, like, she makes good points. Like, I do know that we would stick together as four as opposed to Ben, like, meddling with other people. I know that. So obviously now I'm in a bit of a pickle. So there's 30 minutes until Tribal. Oh, hey, buddy. There's 30 minutes until Tribal. And I'm still stuck here in the middle with a huge decision to make. There are so many things to consider just because, like I've said before, the vote that I put down today entirely impacts the way that this goes.
We're about to go vote someone out. Right now, it's me, Pierce, Ben, Hugh, and Jane left. And I got the immunity necklace at the last challenge, so I will not be going home. But one of them will, which sucks a lot. I'm voting, hopefully, with Pierce and Jane for Ben. And I believe Ben and maybe Hugh are voting for Jane. I also talked to Hugh, and he said he might be willing to vote out Ben and stick with us for this vote, but who knows. So yeah, I'm gonna be really sad to see either of them go.
I'm pretty scared because The plan is to vote out Jane, unfortunately, but the thing is, we don't know if she has an idol, so there's a chance that if she has the idol and plays it, that way I will go out because I will most likely have 2. And I just got reached out to by Hugh, and he says that Lila reached out to him to vote for me, so I know that there's definitely some votes been thrown my way. Sorry, but I'm a little nervous, so we'll see how it works out. If she doesn't play an idol, then it'll mean that I'm safe if my alliance pulls through.
Today's vote is going in with a group that I think can take on the other tribe in the merge.
How are you guys feeling tonight? Ben, take me through it.
I think in terms of just scared, obviously, it's a smaller group, there's a higher chance that you get voted out. But I think I'm also just a little bit sad, because third time in a row, I've gotten to know these people well, and I don't want to vote anybody out tonight, but it's going to be something I have to do.
That's part of the crazy part of Survivor is, even though you have to lie and backstab to get to the end, you build relationships with these people and then you have to vote them off. Last week, obviously, we saw that there was a unanimous vote. Jane, how are you feeling about having to go against one of those 5?
I'm really nervous. I feel really bad.
It's so unfortunate that we have to vote someone out because I think we would have been a good group for the merge, definitely, and that other tribe hasn't even had to go to tribal council yet, so they haven't had to form those bonds, they haven't had to prove their trust, so it'll be interesting to see.
So speaking of the merge, how does that play a factor into this vote? How does that impact your vote here?
I think it's almost everything, this vote, just having people that you can trust because the jury's starting, so having people that you trust go into the merge together is of the utmost importance. Probably the most important thing. You really need trust.
What do you think is going to ultimately decide your vote today? Is it going to be trust? Is it going to be something else? What is it?
Obviously, with this vote, there's a chance to, hurt other people's feelings. I just want to make sure that I'm making the right decision for the sake of my game and for the sake of the tribe that we move forward with.
Lila, how does it feel knowing that in this group of 5, you're safe today?
Yeah, it's definitely pretty nice. I mean, I got votes at the last 2 tribal councils, so coming to this one, I was super afraid if I wasn't going to win immunity, but I feel really good right now. But I'm also super sad because I do not want to see any of them go.
With that being said, there is 5 of you. Take me through it. Is there any kind of tribe dynamics that are interesting right now?
I mean, I don't know exactly all of the tribe dynamics. I feel like I didn't communicate with everyone this week as much as I should have. That might have been because I felt safe or because I was too busy, but you never really know, honestly, until the vote, but we'll see.
Pierce, what about you? Do you think that there's some kind of tribe dynamics that might play a factor in tonight's vote?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even when the debate was in the air to vote out Michelle, I was kind of second guessing that just because there was a majority of girls and there still is. So obviously that's something to consider when you become 5 and completely new lines have to be drawn. That's definitely been on my mind since before we became 5.
Lastly, last week there were still question marks about where could this idol be. Jane, has there been any more talk about potentially could there be an idol used tonight?
Honestly, I feel like we're all a little bit confused. I don't think anyone really knows who maybe has an idol or if the idol has even been found. It could be interesting to see. I haven't really heard of anyone in particular, so.
Hugh, do you think anyone has the idol?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. It sucks because we've looked in that one spot so often. There's so few votes going into this that if someone plays an idol, they just win the vote pretty much from here on out. So an idol can really change the game with so few people left. So it is a scary thought, but I genuinely think we're all just stupid and we're looking in the completely wrong spot, but I don't know.
Ben, because we honestly have talked the least out of everyone, even though we've all been pretty united. I feel like everyone else would be a really strong group to go into maybe a merge with, so.
All right, so my vote is going for Jane. It's just an alliance thing. Nothing, no hard feelings. So, sorry, Jane.
I'll go tally the votes. Alright. If anyone has a hidden me idol or an advantage and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. No idols played. I'll read the votes. First vote, Ben. Second vote, Jane. 1 vote Ben, 1 vote Jane. Third vote, Ben. 2 votes Ben, 1 vote Jane. 2 votes left. Jane. 2 votes Jane, 2 votes Ben, 1 vote left. The third person voted out of Cal Poly Survivor, Jane. I'm sorry, Jane. Come hand me your buff. Unfortunately, the tribe has spoken. Thank you for playing. Well, it looks like lines had to have been drawn, and you had to do that, but now, hopefully, with potentially the merge on the rise, we'll see if you guys are united or not. But with that being said, head back to camp, and I'll see you guys for your next challenge.
That was a really tough vote. I did not want to write down anyone's name. Me and Jane ended up voting for Ben, and she ended up getting out, so that's really tough. I was definitely not as nervous with this thing on, but I don't know, now I'm pretty nervous because I feel like I'm at the bottom of my tribe with the 3 of them voting against me. So I don't know, I'm pretty scared. I hope there's like a tribe swap or something coming in this challenge because I'm pretty terrified now.
So that was obviously a tough one. I'm still trying to figure out if that was the right decision to make, but we know that there's an idol still out there, or at least they didn't have it, so that's something to know. And again, I feel really good with you. So we don't know what comes next in this game, but Jane, I wish you all the best. That was really hard for me, and yeah, here we go.
It's been definitely a very interesting week. Kind of surprising to go to tribal right now and figure out what all that's about. But I find myself in a very interesting position where I'm kind of between 2 alliances. I have my group of 4 with like me, Cooper, Jaina, and Michaela. I really like them all. I like Jaina a lot, but I just see her as a big threat, and I know she has the idol. She kind of told me she had it, but like discreetly over text. But then when we were in person, she didn't want to cop to it. And then I'm also very tight with Dylan, and he's pretty close with Aiden. And so we're kind of thinking like Jaina's a big threat in this game. She has the idol. This would kind of be the perfect time to have a blind side. And so what we're hoping we could do is do me, Dylan, and Aiden for sure. And if we can get Dina, that'd be close. But I heard she was very close with Michaela. So I'm a little intrigued by that. I think Cooper could be convinced, but I don't really want to blow like my entire cover and try to recruit Cooper and then him just tell Jaina and Michaela, and then we're just fucked. And then we're just screwed.
Okay, so I just had a meeting with Dina, and I wanted to talk to her week 1 because right off the bat I felt we had a really good connection together, and I wanted to get to know her better. And so after we found out that we both have tribal this week, I was like, okay, now's my time to talk to Dina, because I've established an alliance with Cooper, Soren, and Jaina already. But I just want other options for the merge to come if anyone jumps boat or anything. And so I talked to Dina, and she tells me that Dylan reached out to her and that she wants to work with Dylan, Aiden, me, and her, because that's 4, that's the majority. And I was like, sounds good.
I've put myself in a pretty good position so far because I'm allied with like 3 different people, but like they don't really know, if that makes sense. So like I'm working with Aiden on the DL and like pulling in Michaela and Dylan, but at the same time, I'm working with Michaela and pulling in Dylan and Aiden.
I really want to work with Dina. I really like her. I feel like I can really trust her. And I hope that she doesn't get upset that I didn't tell her about my alliance with them at the right now. I still feel like it was the right time. But I really want to work with her. And so I'm gonna try to convince Jaina, Cooper, and Soren that whoever we decide to vote out, we should bring in the other two so that when it comes to merge, it can seem like we're a united 6.
Okay, you know, I'm so flip-floppy right now. I'm not gonna lie, this is really stressful for me. But I think I've realized my best plan. I think I need Dina gone because I need the target about the idol still on Jaina. That's where my head's at right now. My gut tells me this is the right way to go. I feel bad because Dina is close to me, but I feel like she's not close enough to me, and I feel like she's just not seeing the game similarly. Because, you know, I don't know. I just feel like while I trust Dina, I really like her. I just feel like keeping a shield in front of me right now is important, especially because if they're viewing me as a threat too anyways, they think I'm gonna be like these big puzzle threats in the future, which is probably true. That's okay. I'm aware I'm good at puzzles.
Okay, so I'm on my way to go meet up with Jaina, Soren, and Cooper, and I'm gonna tell them that Dina reached out to me and that she wanted to work with me and have Dylan, Aiden, and her do a 4. And then I'm gonna tell them that I think we should just invite Dylan and Dina to vote with us at this tribal so that we're united together going into the merge. Let's do it this way. Oh, okay, maybe not. I'm just gonna start from the top again. Okay. Well, like just a super brief thing. Yeah. So Dina told me, I talked to her on Tuesday, and she brought up the idea of doing an alliance of 4 with me, Dylan, Aiden, and her, because we'd have the majority. Because I did not tell her I was in an alliance yet, because I didn't want us to be like done down or anything. So I just was like, I'm not super tight with anyone, just because I don't want anyone to think we're too strong a relationship yet. And so she reached that out to me, and that's what happened on Tuesday. And she didn't tell me any names for who she wanted to vote out. So I think it's honestly just up in the air for them. Like, they don't seem super united at all.
I know you were saying that Dylan didn't want to play like a very aggressive game. Yeah. But if Dylan's reaching out to Dina and he's telling you that it's Dina's idea, I think he's trying to play an aggressive game via her. You know? Like sometimes if you like put up like a face, you know?
I do think he's a lot more like behind the scene. Like he knows what's going on. Like he's definitely not a dumb player. He's really good at puzzles. So I think that is a possibility. I do trust him, but at the same time, it's Survivor, so you never really know what's going on.
If Aiden's on the outs, that kind of makes me less scared of him. I mean, if he's not really in communication with him, I don't know about him and Dylan's relationship, but
I agree with that. I just really think it's important that 6 of us go in united to the merge, because I think it's gonna suck if those 2 we don't include feel left out and turn on
I
us.
100% agree, but we need to like think about who those 2 are going to be, and they don't have to be aligned right now.
Yeah,
like, cause I mean, it doesn't have to be Dina and Dylan that we bring in.
Yeah.
I think we have to think about what everyone has been said. You know, like your conversations with Dylan, yours with Dina, the fact that Dylan told you that apparently Dina wants Cooper out. You know,
I like the idea of being a strong 6 because there's going to be 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
And there's going to be 6 of us, so
I would
we
say
can be a strong 6. That's true. Does anyone have ties of those on the other team though? Of those 3, or I guess 2, Dina and Dylan?
Dina says like one of her roommates
4, but she
or
didn't know
something
him.
like that. But like that is a tie, I guess, but
I mean,
not a strong one.
I think we gotta really like. I think Dina's a good bet. I honestly think it's between Dylan and Aiden, who I don't think Dina will flip.
I feel like Dina's closer with Dylan than she is with Aiden, and I feel like if Dylan's not too close with Aiden, I feel like Aiden's almost an easy vote we can all rally around to make us feel united. But if we don't think Dylan...
And we also know he doesn't have the idol, which is pretty big. Because I found him looking for it like days after, and he was like still going. So I'm assuming he doesn't have it.
Aiden?
Yeah.
Maybe I can say I talked to Jaina, and then she can be like,
And then
we were thinking maybe
and then
about Aiden.
she'd reached out to Cooper and Soren, and they were on board too.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just make like a little trail.
Yeah, make
so
it a
seems like we're
trail.
not all together, but like we're connected.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like be like, and Jana kind of told me that Cooper and Soren were thinking Aiden too.
Yeah.
I don't know, or I don't know. Like make it a whole.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm not sure, but
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Dylan will also reach out to you guys tonight. If he thinks we're all working together, I feel like he'll reach out to you guys tonight. You think Dylan is going to take the initiative to do that? I think he's been holding back, so I think he's ready.
I mean,
but that's
if he
also
felt
like you were saying.
after the conversation with you that that the four of us are maybe in an alliance, if he felt that after that, and if I were him, I would be like frantically texting people too a little.
So I'd rather make it to the merge than miss it and be on the journey.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I would stress the importance of the 6 and say like honestly, who's in the 6 doesn't really matter if the 6 of us are strong. So.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah. I'm feeling confident. I think this will be one, like one of the easier votes. Where like I don't think any of us
And I
have to worry
don't
about
think
getting
it's
voted out.
stress. Like we have, bottom line, we have the majority. So
Yeah.
who we want to go home is going to go home.
Four of us decided that we want to pull in Dina and Dylan and vote Aiden out on Friday. Nothing really personal.
All 6 are going to vote out Aiden, but we're going to have a fake alliance of 4 with me, Dylan, Dina, and Aiden to make him feel comfortable for right now. I'm hoping that my alliance doesn't think I'm like taking control of anything, because I'm trying to be like for the team and have them give me their input and see what they think. If anything, I came off too aggressive during my call to Dina and Dylan, but I just really wanted them to be on board with voting out Aiden. And so I kind of had to push a little bit, but I think it was for the best, because I feel like since it's not them, they're okay with going with Aiden, because it's not them and they don't really have any other choice right now.
So currently how I see this at the Alliance of Victim, we got Jaina and Michaela are really tight right now. They're like, oh, that's horrible. Like bam, and then we got Cooper and Soren. They're in, oh my god, I can't spell. We got them in the 4-person alliance, right? So, and then however, they don't know that Soren and I, like, they know Soren and I are talking, but they don't really, we're like, bam. So like that. And then I currently, my closest ally right now is Aiden. And then there's Dina, who I've talked to a little bit, but I've heard Dina is probably closer to Michaela than she is with me. So yeah, Soren's trying to reach out to Cooper. Apparently Cooper and Dina met each other at a party. So that's currently what's going on right now. And then and they're saying we can vote out Aiden as like our easy vote, which, kind of works for me, because, because I did hear they do want to go 6 strong going into the merge. And being at the bottom gives me more leeway to flip in the future. However, I'm only relying on Soren then, and I don't know if I want to put my trust in someone's game.
Hey guys, so a lot has happened since my last update. Basically, I was planning to work with Michaela, Dylan, and Aiden. And for whatever reason, Dylan flipped on Aiden, and they wanted to make the 6 of us vote against Aiden and kick him out. Now the problem with that is I'm really close with Aiden. So what I did was I went and told him, and he scrambled and he made up this plan to work with Soren and Cooper and I. So the 4 of us would vote to take Dylan out, because we think that Dylan is playing a very hard game and he's a big threat and we don't really trust him anymore.
All of a sudden, Dina goes and starts texting me and Cooper about voting Dylan instead. Because she said that Dylan was very shady and flipped on Aiden super quick, and I think what she didn't know is that me and Dylan are very close. And she kind of thought Aiden and Dylan were super close. I think they were, pretty close, but I don't think she understood how close Dylan and I were. I don't have very much trust with Dina.
I'm hearing from Soren that Dina tried to pull in Soren and Cooper and want to flip it on me. What? Why would you flip it on me? What have I done to? I've literally allied with you. I was willing to work with you.
We found out that Dina was trying to pull Cooper and Soren in to a little voting alliance. A point that I made to my alliance was, hey, it comes down to 2 things at this point in the game: who has betrayed us and who will. And people are gonna do what they've been doing, and if you betrayed us once, you're going to probably do it again. While some may see that as playing the game hard, which I commend, I also want to play this game really, really hard.
but I play clean. I don't play dirty. I don't go behind people's backs. I'm very transparent and upfront, and I just can't let that slide. And like, so yeah, I think after finding out that new information, we've decided to vote Dina out tomorrow night.
Basically everything has changed. So apparently we had our 6 plan to vote out Aiden, and then, and then I guess Dina was in charge to invite Cooper into the loop, but I guess when she texted Cooper, she told him how she wants to vote out Dylan, because she just called me and she told me everything, and she told me that she rewatched our confession from our FaceTime with me, Dylan, and her, and she realized that Dylan was playing us the whole time, when like Dylan wasn't playing like them. It was mean. Now I feel like I betrayed her, but it's okay. And she's like, I want to get out Dylan because he doesn't have immunity and like everything, and now's the time to get him before the merge. And honestly, like, I agree with her. The only problem was that Soren is tight with Dylan. We all agreed to vote out Dina earlier today, so we're like, why is she playing this hard right now? And then she just called me and she explained everything. She explained her entire thought process. She told me she reached out to Cooper. She told me she reached out to Soren, and that her and Aiden wanted to get Dylan out. And so it makes sense why she's doing this, because she thinks Dylan's playing her. And so I get that she's trying to get him out now, and that she didn't do this for no reason. She's doing it because she felt threatened.
Everyone on the tribe is sus of Dylan. They don't trust him.
Michaela says she heard that people were turning on me, but then she still wants to rope in Dina and I. But Dina was one of the people who turned on me. So it's all very strange. I'm not gonna lie. I'm currently about to call Soren. I'm gonna try like my hardest to guilt him to just tell me if I'm the target. I'm getting very sketchy vibes from Jane and Michaela. Yesterday when I was walking into class, I saw Michaela talk on FaceTime at Scouts. And that was really sus because she didn't respond to me for like 30 minutes. And then conveniently, like a minute after I walked by, I got a text from her saying, hey.
A lot went on. I know earlier I was talking about maybe blindsiding Jaina, and that's just so not going to happen now. This trying to figure out who to vote has been an absolute train wreck. And I now see the importance of having like a strong 4 and like really trusting them, because it's just been a lot of moving parts so far. I know at one point I was kind of set on voting with the 4 of them, and we were going to get Aiden. Just 'cause I remember they were talking about getting out. The site's kind of shifted towards Aiden and Dylan, and I still want to keep Dylan as in alliance. He is playing a bit of a shady game, but he is just an extra vote that I feel like I could use at a later point more than other people. So, and I do have some trust with him, so I'd want to keep that around.
Been very tight with my alliance of 4 with Jana, Michaela, and Soren. Last night I was able to talk with Soren a little bit at the bars, which was fun. I was able to create a bit of a relationship with Dina on our phone call yesterday, which was awesome. She wanted to go Dylan just because he's a little sus, but what I said was that I feel everyone thinks Dylan is just really good at the game, really good at challenges, and a bit of a threat.
Sansfits, welcome to your first tribal council. It's only been 4 tribals now, but finally you're here and you're gonna have to vote someone off. So with that being said, Cooper, how are you feeling, knowing that this is the first tribal council? You guys have voted no one out yet, and you have to start tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think tensions are high. We're all a bit nervous here, and I know I definitely feel nervous myself. I feel I've created bonds with a lot of people here, and I hope that they're strong enough to carry me to the next tribal council.
Like you just said that you're, pretty nervous. By a show of hands, who thinks it could be them tonight? So, I mean, decent amount of people. Aiden, I didn't see you raise your hand. Is there any reason you feeling pretty comfortable, or?
No, I'm relaxed. I'm chill. So.
You're chilling?
Yeah.
Nice. Is there anything that's going to impact on why you're making your vote tonight and what you're going to be doing?
I guess it's more so just going with what the tribe thinks is best. That's pretty much kind of it, because we do have numbers going into the merge. If we do stay tribe dominant, then we can easily take us all the way to the end. So just staying with numbers, that's the big thing.
Nice. Similarly with that, Dylan, what is your reasoning for your vote tonight? What impacts your decision, and is it based on trust, tribe strength? What is it?
I think it's trust because definitely like if someone flips on, like if two people flip on the other side, then we're screwed. So I think we should stay strong as a merge because I feel like if we flip, then there's no way we're gonna win, and we're just giving the win to the other tribe, which is pointless.
So there's a lot of talk about the merge or a tribe swap. Do you think that could potentially be coming up, and does that make an impact on what this vote could be?
Yeah, I think there's one coming pretty soon. I think both tribes are going to try. Where right now we're down to 10 people, which just kind of makes sense. There's always been a lot of talk of trust and stuff, but we'll see actually now. When you actually have to write someone's name down, that's when you really see where people, alliances lie.
Michaela, take me through your thought process with going into this vote. Is it an easy one? Is it one where you think your tribe is united, or do you think that there could be a surprise tonight?
I hope that we are united. I feel like that's the best outcome we can get in the United States if we do end up merging. I think I just want to keep the closest people I'm closest with in the game. It's all about social for me right now for this vote.
Okay, so talking about social, obviously, that's a huge aspect of the game so far, but another huge aspect is the fact that there could be idols out there, and you really don't know. Aiden, has there been any talk about who could potentially have an idol, or if anyone has found anything?
Of course. I mean, anyone can have the idol. I know I was looking for the idol and I couldn't find it. So if I didn't find it, someone else definitely has it. I spent time looking for that idol and, well, I mean, if 3 hours is nothing, then like, it's nothing, because someone definitely has the idol. There's no way no one doesn't.
Gina, what are your thoughts? Do you think it could potentially play an impact on today's vote?
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been talking like, hey, I went out and looked for it. Have you had any luck? I mean, it's one of the biggest parts of the game that people do on the side. I think, Michaela has the individual immunity, and given, conversations that I've had with people, I'm feeling pretty strong and confident in how our voting is going to go. I don't think that, if someone has the idol right now and they're feeling uncomfortable, it's a great time to use it. Make it to the merge, but I don't know if it'll come out tonight.
Michaela, obviously with being a couple weeks into the game and having your first tribal tonight, do you think that, as a tribe, it was an easy decision this week? Or do you think that, there was a lot of people talking, or take me through that part of it?
I was hoping for it to be like a united group, we felt as if the Big Birds felt kind of united up against Joshua. And so I was kind of hoping that we kind of had that same thing about voting together against one person, but so much talk happened, so much flipping happened, just a lot was going on, so definitely not as clean as I was hoping for. So hopefully the votes follow how they should.
Cooper, how confident are you coming into today's vote?
I'm not that confident. This is a game of trust, and it's a game of social skills. I hope I've made relationships that are good enough, but you really never know. I think this being the first tribe will really give them, things are going to come out today that we'll see where alliances stand. So I would say not that confident, especially given individual immunity idols. You just never know.
All right, Soren, what do you think is the summary of today's vote? What is the point of it? What's the decision? What is it?
I think back to this main theme of trust. I think that's a huge part of this. We've all been talking, but now it's actually hey, do you actually trust me? Do you believe in me? We have a name that we're kind of thinking, let's go this way. And I think that's where you really get to see, all right, so I can see myself going far in this game and really relying on them and trusting them in other situations, or is it just, all smoke? So I think it'd be very interesting to see, kind of where everything falls.
And with that, it's time to vote. Cooper, you're up first.
I thought about playing my idol for you, then you turned on me, so you can go.
This is for backstabbing me, even though I trusted you with the information.
All your tally votes. All right, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. No idols played. I'll read the votes. First vote, Aiden. 1 vote, Aiden. Aiden. 2 votes, Aiden. Third vote, Aiden. 3 votes, Aiden. Fourth vote, Dylan. 3 votes, Aiden. 1 vote, Dylan. 4 votes left. 3 votes left. Fourth person voted out Top Paw Survivor and our second member of the jury, Aiden. Hand me your buff. The tribe has spoken. Thank you for playing.
Good luck, y'all. At least make a move next time.
All right, well, it looks like, after the first vote for your tribe, it was a unanimous vote, and it means most likely that you're united. But with that being said, I'll see you guys at the next challenge. Go back to camp, keep talking, and good luck.
It's a sad reality, but I kind of saw it coming. I guess my biggest thing was I just didn't connect with people. And it was clear if you go back and look at the tribal footage, it's no one's really looking my way. They're all keeping tribe strong. So you know what? Right now, at least, if someone from my tribe can at least win, that's the most I can hope for. Hopefully, Dina goes a long way. I was working with Dina, but hopefully she can go a long way. I told her at the end, hey, if you have to, throw me under the bus and don't even worry about the votes. So, it's a sad reality, but right now there's really only 2 people who guaranteed have my vote, and that's Michaela and Dylan, because everyone else is scared to play a game. I definitely tried rallying and scrambling for all the votes I could, but you know what? No one wanted to budge. Nobody wanted to make a move. They wanted to go into the merge tribe strong, and you know what? It is what it is. The Survivor. What else can you do? I guess my biggest downfall was just not connecting with Michaela, because apparently that was the only person who really kind of gun-ho for me. But you know what? It is what it is. I played my game. I'm always going to stay loyal to myself, and you know what? It is what it is. If that's what they think is the best for them, then you know what? When they get down to the final 2, we're really gonna see who deserves to win this game, because it's up to who wants to play this game. Right now, at least people made moves. Another biggest regret of mine was actually trusting Dylan a lot. I trusted him a lot more than I should have, because obviously he was not reliable to trust. I shared a lot of information with him and it backfired. So I don't know how or why it played out that way. But it is what it is.
Are you shocked or surprised with the result today?
Yes and no. I kind of knew it was happening because Dina was definitely helping me a lot. Dina and I did have kind of like a final 2 thing, but behind the scenes, we didn't really want anyone to know, because that would make us a big threat. But I wasn't that shocked, because Dina came to me and told me and said, look, you can either try to rally votes or you can lay down and die. And I mean, it's Survivor. I'm here to play. I'm not here to just, move away. But you know what? The tribe has spoken. I can't do much else.
So, 30 minutes before Tribal, I was thinking, what if they all have the votes on me? I was, super paranoid, and I was like, oh, I'll play my idol and vote for Jaina, and if everyone's voting for me. But I called Soren, and then I got a good vibe from him, so I felt like, you know what, I'm doing safe. I'll keep my idol with me for now. During Tribal, I was really confused why Aiden didn't raise his hand, because he definitely knew he was a target, I thought. Yeah, I was feeling pretty safe. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little I don't know, I was a little scared of the vote, because it was on Survivor, it's if you go to 3, one person, and it could just be the rest for me. A little scared about that, but I'm glad I made it. I'm glad I made it to the merge, and we'll see what happens.
What are they called?
Oh, cheese curds?
Cheese curds. Oh my god.